stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing Supercab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the Supercab app today. Supercab, your ride your way.
Good evening, Nigeria. Good evening, Taraba. I'm Abraham Manager. Welcome to today's Politics on Sun TV, where truth takes no bribe and politics has no hiding place. Tonight, we cross a bridge that sadly no longer exists. Yes, we're talking about the Namne Bridge, or rather, the memory of it. A critical link between Jalingo and southern Taraba, now reduced to a ghost of government neglect and unfulfilled promises. Over a year since its collapse, and what do we have? Not a single tier of government has lifted a concrete of conscience to fix it. Meanwhile, the people suffer. Traders stranded, students delayed, vehicles can't cross, and people have to go through makeshift arrangements like crossing with the boats. 3 souls recently lost their lives to the river by trying to cross by boats. May their soul rest in peace. And as Thomas Jefferson once said, the care of human life and happiness is the first and only legitimate object of good governance. So we ask, where is that care now? We are not just building conversations here tonight. We are calling for accountability, action, and embrace to responsibility. So stay with us. I am Abraham Manajoda, and this is today's Politics. And with me today to discuss the issue that has to do with Namne Bridge and other issues that has to do with infrastructure in Taraba, both federal and state infrastructure, roads that links to this great state, nature's gift to the nation, are 2 gentlemen who have taken it upon themselves to advocate for this infrastructure to be put in proper place. On my right is someone that is known to those of us who has been watching today's Politics. It's not a person than Jim Kuta Emmanuel. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening, Tarabans. Good evening, Nigerians. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
On my left is Ambassador Ramadan Papa.
Good evening, Nigerian. Good evening, Sun TV. Good evening, Taraba State at large.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Before we go on the show, I would also like to let you know that we will be joined later by the Chief Gabriel Olayinka, who is also going to give his perspective on this breaking story. Now, let me just give us a little breakdown, background story of what we're going to discuss today before we hit the storyline. Let me start from just back and then trace it forward. A recent boat accident on the Namne River in Taraba State has claimed 3 lives, bringing it to the forefront the federal government's neglect of critical infrastructure in Taraba State. The Namne Bridge, a vital link between Jalingo and Wukari, collapsed nearly a year ago, disrupting trade and transportation. Now, what are the key issues? The lack of progress. Despite promises from Minister Uba Ahmadu Megeri that construction will begin within a week in April, nothing has been done, leaving residents to rely on makeshift ferry services and treacherous water crossing. And the absence of a functional bridge has led to increased transport costs and disrupted trade, affecting the local economy. For instance, the cost of transporting rice has surged and cement prices have gone up due to severe key outrage. Tarabans are demanding answers and actions from the federal government, calling for immediate reconstruction of the Namne Bridge, a formal investigation into the July 25 tragedy, and compensations for the family affected. Now, let us look at the broader infrastructure challenges. Every federal road leading to Jalingo is in a deplorable condition, including the Jalingo-Numa Road, which is a disaster zone, and the Bukari-Katsina-Ala Road, which is a death trap. The central zone of the state, rich in agriculture resources, remain cut off and ignored, with areas like Gembu, a high-altitude gold mine for tourism and export landlocked in 2025. Now let us look at government responses so far. Governor Bukefas, some months back, stepped in with information that he has secured approval and awarded a contract to Cranborg. But to date, nothing has been done concerning that. The people of Taraba are demanding what is rightfully theirs, including working roads and functioning bridges, and expect the same urgency that other regions receive when disasters strike. That is the situation we find ourselves in Taraba State at the moment. Well, my guests are here, and they say they are here to restore Taraba roads, Mr. Jim Kuta, what's your take? What is this all about? Operation Restore Taraba Roads.
You're not saying protest. Why are you not saying protest?
I want you to let us know. Maybe it's work, maybe it's a protest, maybe it's even a support.
Thank you very much. Want to appreciate the management of Some TV first for giving us a platform to advocate for the restoration of roads in Taraba. It is really, really, really unfortunate that Taraba State is the nature's gift to the nation, and where you find all the gift of nature is a place where you cannot access by road. And this is a state where we are saying that we are attracting investors to come to Taraba. I wonder how investors will invest if there are no roads linking the investment to the investors. So I think the most paramount and on the scale of preference of every development, especially in a developing society, infrastructure is key, especially road infrastructure. Today in Taraba State, with tears in my heart, even though you cannot see in my eyes, I am crying because my friends from other parts of Nigeria cannot connect with me without crossing. My friends in other parts of the country cannot connect with me without crossing a river and putting it on TikTok and telling everybody in the world that if you want to come to Taraba, you must enter a canoe until they paddle you before you come to Taraba. This is something that has tarnished the image of a state that has a moving forward captain that is championing development. This is a tarnishing image to a state that has large deposits of mineral resources. This is a very bad image for a state that is known to be rich with diverse culture, tradition, and different beliefs. Taraba is a blessed state, and this is why we as young people, as concerned citizens, under the Taraba Action Group, came up with this platform to bring together youth groups, students, market women, traders, the National Union of Road Transport Workers, and the rest. Let's liaise and put our voices so that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will come to the rescue of Taraba State. I'm very, very sure that Mr. President is not aware of what is happening in Namne Bridge. In fact, not just Namne. I believe that the president will want Taraba to vote him in 2027. And if he wants the vote of Tarabans, I think he will want to do something tangible for Tarabans to be a point of reference for election in 2027. And I think our stakeholders, I will say they have not done well. With all humility and respect to their personalities, because this is a slap to the face of every citizen of Taraba State, that today Namne Bridge has collapsed for more than 2 years. Because I think it's not 1 year again, it's getting to 2 years now that this bridge has collapsed.
It's more than a year.
Yeah, and this is the route connecting south, east, west to the northeast. This is a very, very sensitive road, and nothing has been done. There are more than 2,000 vehicles that are plying this road per day. And it's unfortunate that the economy of Nigeria is going to the downturn because of a collapsed bridge that even a state government can construct, but which excuses have come from different angles. And we cannot blame anybody. We are not here because we want to blame any governor or any minister or any chairman or any members of assembly, because all of them are victims. In fact, last week, I think a member in the House of Assembly had an issue crossing that river in Namne. So it concerns both security agencies and everybody. So what we, under the Taraba Action Group and the Restore Taraba Roads campaign we are pursuing, is that we want our voices to be heard. We want our voices to be heard. And we will not stop until we see a tangible result. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Emmanuel, for that. They are calling for their voices to be heard and for the Namne Bridge to be restored back to a passable state. Ambassador Papa.
Yeah.
Yes. Now you're going for a protest.
Yeah.
What is this protest? What are the information concerning this protest? For those who want to be part of the protest, have you gotten a clearance from relevant authorities? And what other things do we need to know concerning this?
Well, in addition to what my brother here says, I think we have started advocating this movement for over a year and some months now. And it seems like the government are reluctant because it has reached to the level that we have consulted some of the securities agencies. Some of the securities agencies calls our attention to know what are the purpose of the protest and other things. They were thinking maybe it is a sponsorship something. No. We are indigenous of Taraba State, Nigeria at large. Taraba State is our own. There is nowhere that will find out that our people at the grassroots are facing challenges that is affecting the state economic itself without voice, lending out our voice to appeal to the government to do something. Just like my brothers stated here, we are not putting blames on any of the government agency. So our problem is we need action, not just giving us time. Like even the time frame that they gave us, it has escalated. So what if people start reacting, which is bad? So the protest we are trying to conduct is a very peaceful protest, and so far so good. We've met with, let me say, like 4 different security agencies that are willing to even support us while conducting the protest, to provide some security agencies to prevent hoodlums and vandalizations and other things. So more to that, you see, there is something we need to educate our people about. We have representatives at the national level. I don't want to mention any name because it is a cry for Taraba State at large. Taraba Central, I am coming from Taraba Central particularly. Let me lend my voice for the people of Taraba Central at large. Even if our representative there, a single person cannot take a major action about that. We have House of Representatives, not House of Representatives, which is singular. We have House of Representatives. We have Senator, which is a single senator. I believe they cannot do all those things with their funds, but by lending their voice, maybe they can storm. They can storm to the Minister of Works in person of David Umaye, and maybe they can capture some of the Namne Bridge deconstruction and show him some of the pictures as evidence. This is the problem we are facing. It affects the state even economically. And my greatest surprise is we've been advocating, even social media campaign, we have done that. So it's like it's getting out of hand. So we are appealing for the government to please consider our people. Like last month I was coming across, I passed through that same bridge with a friend. The experience I had there was terrible. We broke our bumper in the process of lifting car on ferries and other things like you understand. And even in terms of security issue delay, we have health issue. There may be, we may be having some patients that will be appealing to rush to the hospitals and other things. So due to the delay of the ferries and other things, it will affect the community at large. So we are not here based on sponsorship or no. We are citizens that have Taraba State at heart. And we are voicing out this with a very vital voice. And we want the government to please appeal to that and take action. Not just action by saying something. We need action. We have already given a time frame. Yes, but I think one or two people consulted us, so we are going to give them a spare time.
And when is that?
I can't actually disclose because we have done it private with those people that consulted us. So we want to see their action. If it has escalated, then I think our protest will kick off. And by God's grace, we will publicize it because we are not doing it in a violent way. We are all literate people. So I think I have a lot to say.
Okay. Good.
Yes, but let me just make it in a nutshell and in brief. I think I'll stop here. But please, I'm appealing to the state government, our leaders at the National House. They should please put their hands together, all hands on decks. We just need action. I'm very sure if the Senator and the House of Representatives, in fact, not just Taraba State Central Zone Senator, the Northern Zone, the Southern Zone, and the Central Zone, including the whole House of Representatives across Taraba State, if they can put hands together and storm Minister of Works, maybe at his office, David, in person of David Umaye, he will consider us. And the president himself, I'm very much sure that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not aware of this Namne Bridge because he needs our vote. And he will take a major action by them volunteering, lending our voice at the national level. And even the state level, the governor should please try and pave a way. Even if it's a military bridge, a temporary one that can serve, at least it will go a long way. It will still boost the state economic and it will less a lot of stress.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Before I go to the guest again, I would like to say, I wouldn't say the federal government is not aware of this because they should be aware of this. Taraba State is in Nigeria. And I would also like to say some months back, I think April, the minister, Taraban, who is a minister in the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu came to Taraba, visited the site, and he made some promises. Well, let us go back to when, I think April 25 or so this year, when the Minister of State for Regional Development, Uba Megeri, came to Taraba. So maybe you should play the video so that we can be sure that at least if the minister is aware, the Minister of State, I will assume, well, correctly, that the president is aware of the situation and he made some promises. Let us listen to the Minister of Regional Development.
It requires floating bridge, whatever it takes, we will get one. But I want you to hold us responsible and accountable, being a responsive and responsible government, that in 1 week, God willing, we'll find solutions to the terrible situation behind us.
Well, that is the minister there making a promise that that bridge will be fixed. So, well, as it is, can a minister make a promise without the knowledge of the president? That is one question. So I disagree with the fact that maybe the president does not know. But I also agree that there are a lot of works to be done. So it is who advocates for his job to be done that premium time will be given to it. So what else do you think we can do right now to ensure that before this thing claim more lives, whether palliative works, whether it's a temporary bridge, whether it's a permanent construction, what exactly should be done immediately?
All right, thank you very much. Really, you know, in government, there's what they call due process. And we saying that the president is not aware of this doesn't necessarily mean, let me say, informally, something has not been spoken, or maybe casually. But we as individuals who understand how government and administration work, you understand that when you mean the minister, Barrister Uba Megeri, has made the president to know, it means that something about the Nemnes Bridge has been tabled in the Federal Executive Council. We have not heard in the Federal Executive Council one day.
But let me quote him. It's a promise that construction will begin in a week. So for a minister to make that promise, that means he should know what he's doing.
I don't know on what capacity as a minister he made that statement, because if he made that statement on a capacity as a minister and he has not been able to fulfill that promise, it means it was not in the capacity of a minister. He made that promise probably on the capacity of an individual as a Taraban. So far, we will say that we don't have a minister. I'm not, with due respect, with the personality, to the personality of the minister. But I'm trying to say, if a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria will promise that within a week, a temporary bridge or a construction work will begin at Nemne Bridge, and we are not able to see, then we don't have a representative in the Federal Executive Council. Sorry to say that. Because why I'm trying to even give excuses that the president is not aware, because we have not heard any official deliberation from the Northeast Development Commission on the bridge. Even at the Federal Executive Council, nobody have said something about that bridge. It is unfortunate. So this is our cry. But moving forward, the solution to this problem is, number one, Taraba State has members in the National Assembly, in the House of Representatives, and in the Senate. We are expecting that from today and the coming days, that senators in the National Assemblies, members in the House of Representatives, will take it upon themselves on the floor of the National Assembly and raise a motion concerning the issue in Nemne Bridge. And I think as a matter of urgent importance, the federal government of Nigeria should put a state of emergency on Nemne Bridge in northeast Nigeria. This is what we demand. Not just Nemne Bridge. My brother, if you leave Abuja and you're coming to Taraba State, you will cry because there is a dead zone called the Chinkai Road. Sorry I use the name dead zone because that road is lonely. That road is like you're going to somewhere that you will not return. In fact, anybody that will follow that road is aware that that road is quiet. The road is narrow.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen to you. I think something needs to also be done on that route. In fact, a state of emergency should not just be made on Nemne Bridge only. Total state of emergency on Taraba State infrastructural development, especially road. Within Jalingo Metropolis, no road. Networking of road from Zinc to Yola, no road. From, what are they calling it? We are coming from Gombe, no road. From Ukari, no road.
Hold on, please. Sorry for cutting you short. I think Chief Gabriel Olayinka just called in now.
Okay.
Let us hear from him. Good evening. Yeah, good evening. You're welcome to the show, Chief Gabriel Olayinka. Hello?
Yeah, good evening. Thank you for having me.
Yes.
On politics today.
Okay. So, what's your take on this Nemne Bridge based on the discussions we've had so far? What's your take on the matter? And yes, go ahead.
Yeah, it's actually very unfortunate. On Friday, we lost 3 people on an attempt to cross that bridge, and this is something that should have been avoided. This bridge did not collapse today. This bridge did not collapse yesterday. This bridge has collapsed more than 10 months ago, almost barely about a year now. But unfortunately, this clearly shows us the failure of governance and also the priority of government. Because if we've taken this matter very, very serious, I don't see that by this time we should be talking about Nemne Bridge. Unfortunately, some of the people that lost their life, including a pregnant woman. Aisha was a pregnant woman, who lost her life alongside 2 other people on this bridge. As those in the studio said, it's not about a blame game, really. But sometimes it is good also to hold those in government accountable. I just saw in the studio where you played a video, where the federal minister made a promise. And I just wonder if he himself was to be watching himself on that promise, what will he be telling himself? I think this tells us about those in governance that need to be accountable for people. It is not just enough to just come and say something to the people, maybe for political reason or to just make them feel good or make them feel better. And you see, records don't lie. And you see now, I've entered the social media, I've seen people making comments here and there, and people keep referring to this promise. So what was the minister looking at when he made this promise? Was he making this promise and know that, one very unfortunately is the fact that nothing and absolutely nothing is even done. Nothing and absolutely nothing has been done. Even the so-called, I've had a situation where I have to personally visit that site.
Yes.
I've done reports as a journalist, particularly on this particular place. I've gone there personally to see what on. There was even a time in which people, because at that time the water level was so low, people take the risk of driving inside the water to cross the bridge. Some of the vehicles at the attempts to cross the bridge inside the water, water happened to enter some part of the vehicle. You will see a lot of vehicle after crossing, they will have to stop because the vehicle cannot move again. A mechanic has to be invited to do one thing or the other before it goes on. I just asked myself, if this bridge were to be between Lagos and Ibadan, how many days will it have taken the federal government to fix this bridge? Yes. If this bridge were to be between Lagos and Ibadan, so it's a clear negligence from our leaders. We also have it in records. I remember in one of our editions of Saraba News, we saw when the state government awarded the contract to Krimball, construction company. And at that time, we were expecting that Krimball will come to site. It is few days after that incident that the minister came to. So the assumption of everybody is the fact that probably it is the coming of the minister and that promise of 1 week. Yes. The minister was very emphatic. The minister was very, he did not miss word. He was very straightforward in giving an accurate date. This interview that you watch, suffice it to say that it happens somewhere between March and April. Yes, and we are already ending July. So, and that 1 week has not come. So, I think what people are saying, I've had to interview the woman who lost 3 of her children, and I saw in her a passion. And what was the passion? That the bridge should be fixed so that other people will not fall victim of what her family has fallen victim of. So I think it is very important that this advocacy is coming, even though this would be what should have been prevented. But I think both the state and the federal government need to do something urgent. Something urgent. As the guest in the studio said, this is not just an ordinary road. This is the road that connects the northeast to the north central and the south and the southwest. Southeast. Southeast, yes. Virtually everybody that is everybody that is coming from Adamawa, that is going to Benue, that is going to Nasarawa, that is going to Ebonyi, that is going to Cross River, that is going to Enugu, that is going to Aba, that is going to Port Harcourt. That is the road he's going to follow. Definitely. Anybody that is coming right from Adamawa, even if he's coming from Maiduguri and having to pass through Jalingo, to any of the states in the north central and in the south, in the southeast and the southwest, that is the only, virtually the only road that he will have followed. So imagine the multiplier effect. All the goods that is being transported from that region I just mentioned to all these other regions, the other route that people will have to follow was a longer route, which will affect prices of goods and services, will affect price of transportation and all that. So the first thing, and even in our constitution, the first primary responsibility of government is the security of life and property of the people. And already we're already losing lives of people as far as this incident is concerned. So it is high time the federal government and the state government sit down. I want to call on our federal representatives, you know, if the federal representative, because even though Nane Bridge is located in the central part of Taraba, but do you know that that bridge has affected the north, the central, and the south?
Definitely.
Because you cannot move from the central part of the north part of Taraba. You need to pass through that bridge that is located in the central part of Taraba to even get to the southern part of Taraba. Even if you are talking about, so all the three senators, because people are talking about maybe just the senator in the central. This is a bridge that affects the three senatorial zones.
Definitely.
You cannot move from the north to the central. You cannot even go to one of the key local government in the central Taraba, which is Gasso. You cannot move to all the local government in the southern Taraba. Talking about Wukari, Ipi, and Donga, and so forth. So I expect that all the House of Representative members, all the senators have not seen this matter come up on the floor of the Senate as an issue of urgent public importance.
Yes.
What is more important, an issue of public importance than such a critical road? I have expected that this will be one matter that the three senators from Taraba State will have brought up on the floor of the Senate was an issue of urgent public importance. I was also expecting all the 6 House of Representative members will have jointly come up with this matter on the floor of the House as an issue of urgent public importance. I've also expected that the 24 members of the Taraba State of Assembly will have come up with this matter on the floor of the House as an issue of urgent public importance. So let us not say this is a matter that affects only one part of Taraba. This is a matter that affects the whole of Taraba, because Taraba have 3 senatorial zones, and this bridge is in the central, which has cut off the south from the north, because the bridge is located in the central. So I also expected that the governor of the state would have led a delegation with all these 6 House of Rep members, the 3 senators, to the Honorable Minister of Works, Umaya. So what we are saying, some people, you know, I've received a lot of attacks. Some people said we're trying to put blame on maybe the minister. No, what we are talking about the minister is the promise he made.
Definitely.
And as a public individual, if you made a promise, you should see to the. Or you also have a responsibility. If you have, I saw a defense where somebody say the minister is incapacitated. The minister know that he was incapacitated, and he made such a promise. So if later, after he made such a promise, he discovered that he was incapacitated, he is bound duty to come back to the people and say, sorry, the promise I made, I realized that it is not visible. That is being accountable to the people. So I think there is a need for us and those in authority to take this matter as very, very critical and very, very important.
Thank you very much, Gabriel Lainka, for that wonderful analysis you've given, and also for everything you've done, because I know some months back in the dry season, you did a journalist investigative job on this, and you came up with videos and pictures and other things, and you'll be speaking on this issue. So thank you very much for your contributions to the topic at hand. Hello? Okay, yeah, we lost.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Ambassador.
Yes, sir.
You heard what you did.
Yes.
And you can testify to the fact that he laid the blame where the blame should be.
Yeah.
Just like you said, our representatives,
Yeah.
not just one.
Yes.
He also said everybody.
I think we've elaborated almost similar
Yeah.
ideas.
And that is the idea.
Yes.
Everybody's talking
Because,
about it.
Augasta, this is not all about Taraba Central. It is Taraba at large. And all the senatorial leaders, they are supposed to put hands on decks to see what is the way forward. So I'm very happy that even our brother here, Chief Olenka Gabriel, also had this same idea of thought. So which a major action needs to be taken. The blame should not just be positioned on the Honorable Minister as he stated. It is true. He just made a promise that this project may be taken effect before so time. It may fail. Then the state government should intervene because it is the state government that the Namne Bridge is affecting. I will keep repeating myself, economically, security-wise, and other aspects. You understand? And if we will not volunteer to lend our voice to call the government attention to address this issue, not just address Augasta, at this point of level, we need action.
Action. Well, thank you very much, Ambassador. Now, we've been advocating it should be done. And we all know this is the rainy season. The bridge is flooded. What immediate action would you suggest for the government to do now? Is it the construction of the bridge, which will take time? Or, remember, some years back, Nokai Bridge collapsed. And there was a makeshift bridge, a military bridge.
Military bridge.
Do we need such a bridge now? Or what kind of palliative job can be done right now?
Okay, thank you very much. I think personally, based on my own personal opinion, I think what should be done is the federal government of Nigeria, in fact, at the floor of the Senate and in the House of Representatives, in their next sitting, they should declare a state of emergency on Nemne Bridge. You know why? Mr. Gabriel Olenka made a statement. He said the bridge connects the north and to the southern part of Taraba State. But I want to let you know that that bridge connects the southern part of Nigeria and the northern part of Nigeria. So it is a major breach of concern. Therefore, it has gotten to the level that on the floor of the Senate, if we have responsible representatives in the National Assembly,
I will lend their voice.
in the next sitting, whether it's tomorrow or next, first we demand that Taraba State Senators on the floor and the members in the House of Representatives, whether it's tomorrow or next, whenever they will sit next, they should bring the attention of the Senate President or the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Tajuddin Abbas and Senator Godswill Akpabio, to the issue of Namne's Bridge, because it is a breach. The collapse of Namne's Bridge is a collapse of Nigeria in between the north and the south. It's a collapse of economy in between where? The north and the south. So therefore, something needs to be done and a state of emergency needs to be declared at the National Assembly. One. Number two, His Excellency Dr. Abu Kefas, with his military background and his connection, I urge him, as a matter of urgency, to liaise with the military engineering department and see how a temporary floating bridge can be constructed as a means of urgent mitigation against further disaster that might occur. Why? Because the primary responsibility of the governor is what? Protection of what? Life and property
of the citizens.
And today, we have lost more than at least 5 people within this period in that bridge. It's not unfortunate.
Quite unfortunate.
That means the governor should be held responsible for what? For not protecting what? Life and property. And he should take urgent action on that bridge. And that is what we call for within today and tomorrow. And if our demands are not made as member of Taraba Action Group, by 12 midnight on Wednesday, we have planned that we were going for a protest. Meanwhile, we have made our consultation. Before we came to this studio, we had meeting with 1 or 2 authorities that I would not like to mention their names on air. They have asked us to rethink and do it in a just way. And that is why we are still lending our voice to the general public and to Tarabans and the state government, and in fact the federal government, that we want to see action.
We recall their attention.
We want to see action before Wednesday. Wednesday should be 30th of what? Of July 2025. And by Wednesday midnight, 12 midnight, 30th of July 2025, if we don't see action, Taraba Action Group is calling on every Taraban, you are a citizen. If every concerned citizen, KK riders, market women, road transport workers, NLC, TUC, and everybody to the street. We are going to work and we are going to ensure that our voices are heard. Until our voice are heard, we will not stop.
Including the people at the local community areas.
Yeah. Okay, the community, the people living in that community of Namne. Now, and there are also some insinuations. There are insinuations that this is it's a gang up, that there's economic activities going on around that area.
Okay.
And maybe those that are making gains from the economic activities, that even based on speculations, that there are some agencies already, government agencies already
making money,
revenue from.
Okay, yeah.
What's your take on that?
Okay, I think for me personally, I think wherever there is a problem, we should be positive first. Wherever there is a problem, anyone that tends to look for solution to that problem tends to get money or any other thing as a return of investment. Do you understand? So I would say that without them even providing those services, it will have gotten worse.
Okay.
Do you understand? If without them even providing the current services that we are serving now, it will have been worse. Yes. So it is, permit me to say, it is
the law of supply and demand.
Not just the law of, it is inevitable that it must be that people will take advantage of it. But the government should not think that that is an excuse for them not to do the necessary thing. Thank you.
You were about
Yeah, I was about saying something related to
people making, already turning it to a profit.
Turning it to a profit venture. In regard to that, like, let me say, I will give a brief example with my own community where I come from. That's Sardauna local government. Just recently, not a long ago, if a registrar at the Federal High Court can lobby a project that will serve for his people at Mbamga, a road that will link you from Gembo constituency to Bank 3 Corner, that's a border to Cameroon. This is a registrar at the Federal High Court,
Federal Appeal Court,
the Federal Appeal Court, that lobbied for that contract worth 70-something billion naira without holding a public office, that's by political appointment. You understand? If a registrar at the appeal court can lobby for that, then I think our senators and the state government have more capacity than that. You understand? So it is very shady, Ogasa. A registrar at the appeal court can lobby for a contract, not just the bridge. There's a bridge, we call it Wukari Bridge. While coming to Mbamga, at Sardauna local government, Mbamga constituency, people normally generate money, revenue by using the ferry, and you understand, related to what you said, some people are the beneficiaries and they are very happy seeing the condition of the bridge the way it is due to their own personal gain. But if today they will take a major action on this, it will benefit those people that are feeling they are benefiting.
Yes.
You understand? Positively. They are benefiting negatively because it is based on their own interest. So now we are voicing it out based on public interest. I'm giving this example of the Gembu to Bank Three Corner Road because our national leaders and the state government should be aware, and they should also recall that if a registrar at the appeal court can lobby for a contract,
they have the more capacity.
not just the bridge. Ogasa, that bridge is more than the escalation of that bridge is worth more than Namne Bridge. Namne Bridge is 30% out of. If you are to cut out the percentage of the enlargement of the Ukari Bridge at Bamga Road, Namne Bridge is just 30%. I don't think it will even escalate to that percentage. You understand? Yes. So if major action will be taken for that, then why are we delaying? And promise has already been made, but action has not been done. You understand? Not just the bridge, including road connection from Gembu to Bank Three Corner, a nylon coltar. You understand? So it is not a political movement. It is not that some people are pushing a narrative or we have a sponsors to come and deliberate this, to advocate on this. No. But I'm just giving examples because I have to give him that accolade, because somebody like me, I never knew him until when he brought this development to our community. So please, we are appealing with the state government and the federal government, people at the national level to please look forward to this issue, because we have given time frame and the protest will take effect, because we have already made consultation even through the security agencies and they will back up.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Well, you've heard it from Chief Gabriel Layenka. You've heard it from Ambassador Ramadan is my papa, and also from Jim Kuta Emmanuel. And you can also agree that that is the voice of a lot of Tarabans, a lot of concerned Nigerians who ply that road, because that road is a connection is a major artery between the north and south, especially at the eastern angle of Nigeria. So it is not only a road that will stop business activities in Taraba. It's a road that will affect business activities between the north and the south. And the Taraba Action Group have given a deadline of Wednesday night, that is 30th of July 2025. And if nothing is done, they will have to go for peaceful protest, and they're calling all Nigerians or Tarabans to join them in this peaceful protest.
Any resident, all Tarabans, non-Tarabans, as far as you are doing business in Taraba State,
Taraba Metropolis,
police, even travelers, I think they will support us.
Definitely.
In fact, if we get to that bridge, I don't think that day cars will pass because of the kind of crowds, people that will support this campaign. Okay. So I think action should be taken so that everything will go well.
Please, I would like to appeal to the protesters. While this protest is going on, please let there be no, let it be done in such a way that movement of goods and services and people should not be impeded. That's number one, because you can't be protesting for something and then you're not stopping other Nigerians from going. So I will plead
no.
that we should organize in such a way that there will still be movement.
Yeah, there will be movement. There will be movement.
And also ensure that it's good that you've spoken with the security agencies so that Ulomstone, because it is the work of Ulomstone to take over such a wonderful means of advocacy. So, before we go, what's your final words? In a minute, what's your final words to the government and also the people?
All right, thank you very much. My final words for tonight is that we have no state apart from Taraba. and Taraba is the nature's gift to the nation. Taraba is a blessed land. Taraba is a place where everybody that knows Taraba will want to visit Taraba. In fact, those that don't even know Taraba wants to visit Taraba. Why? Because Taraba has the highest deposit of wonderful mineral resources. Taraba has loving people who are accommodating. Taraba has a beautiful topography and culture. Therefore, for investment to come to Taraba, we must make sure that our infrastructures are okay. Electricity, water, and roads, which are the primary
Good health.
primary development, must be put in place, because without good road, investors have nowhere to follow and see the investment. Without water, they cannot stay in Taraba. Without light, they cannot stay in Taraba. Therefore, our government, both federal and state, our representatives in the National Assembly, in the State Assembly, and His Excellency Governor Abu Kefas, we are urging all of you to focus on infrastructural development, especially roads. Not just Nemne Bridge. Roads like the Chinkai Road should be taken serious. Something needs to be done about the Chinkai, the road from Chinkai to Kente. That road is just 8-point-something kilometers. It's not even up to 9 kilometers. It's a road that, at this rainy season, people are also going through a lot plying that route. Look at Zinc to Yola. The road is also not in good condition. Look at, what are they calling it? From Marilope here, going to Numan. The road is also bad. In fact, there is no road connecting Taraba to other parts of Nigeria that is in a good state. Therefore, it does not speak well of our representatives. It is high time actions are being taken. It is high time leaders should be held responsible. Elections are coming. Every leader will be judged by what he has done, not what he has said. And we will remind them that in what you have done is what we will vote. We are not voting people. We are voting action. 2027. Thank you. God bless you.
Okay, thank you very much. God bless you. But before I go to our other guest, Ambassador, I would like to take comments from our social media platforms. On our Facebook platform, we have comments coming in from Aminu Babale. Aminu Babale has this say, what's the state government doing to remedy the situation? For the federal government should come in. More so in other states, the state government will sweep into action to save its populace before federal government comes in. But in Taraba, it's the other way around. That's commenting from Aminu Babale. Then we also have King Agbonifo. The question goes, he said, what has the government done so far in an attempt to mitigate the plight of the people and road users? That is from King Agbonifo on Facebook. And also we have Job Emmanuel. He said, let the blame game stop. Government at all levels should go to work. That's all we demand. So that is the comments from our viewers out there. And yes, keep sending in your comments, keep sending in your responses, and we will ensure that it is read and it is acted upon. So thank you, Aminu Babale. Thank you, King Bonifu and Job Emmanuel, for your contributions to the discussion. So, Ambassador, what's the final take on this?
Well, as the name implies, Taraba State is a nature's gift to the nation. So I will appeal to the government, to the state government in particular, to please try and maintain that course. Because without infrastructure development, like construction of roads, networking roads, even within Jalingo Metropolis, Ogasa, I don't want to say a lot. Maybe next time if we come, we'll advocate for more.
Oh, yes.
But even within Jalingo Metropolis, if I will take you to some central areas, not even trenches, it's very shady. At least we need to establish the state in terms of infrastructure. And so we are appealing with the state governor, His Excellency Dr. Abu Kefas. It is not going to be a voluntary protest. It is a peaceful protest, and we are saying all these things on behalf of other youth because we are representing different organizations. So we are appealing to him to please consider this and take a major action.
We are concerned
because we are concerned citizens, we are concerned youth. We will not want a situation whereby the youth will be angry and it will get out of hand. They will start to be taking actions and other things. So we are trying to make sure we will calm them and get in touch with the government so that we will lend our voice, then we will get their feedback. But the protest is going to take place if major action is not taken, because we stand on that.
On a final note, please, sorry, before I forget.
Yeah.
Also, before I forget, on our social media handle, like Ramadan and myself, we have a social media handle. Every information about the protest will be on our social media handle, and we're going to share it publicly if the protest will hold. And if the protest will not hold, we'll also let the public know if actions have been taken. But there's no one that is going to cajole us with any favor that will make us not to do the right thing, because we are doing it not just for today, we are doing it for the future of Taraba State, for our own kids that will be coming. Let us leave a mark that will be a point of reference. Thank you.
And sorry, this is a reminder.
Yes.
I want to call the attention of the public to know that this is not a political movement.
Yes.
It is not sponsored by any politician. We are concerned citizens and concerned youth that want to lend our voice, because major action will be taken. If you destroy the youth, destroy the nation. So we are lending our voice on behalf of the youth. Thank you very much for giving us a precious time to discuss a robust
Thank you very much. And I would say the people of Taraba are demanding what is rightfully theirs, including working roads and functioning bridge, and expect the same urgency that other regions receive when disaster strikes. And just like I said earlier, Thomas Jefferson once said, the care of human life and happiness is the first and only legitimate object of good government. Yes. So we ask, where is that care now? So this brings us to this question. Who cares about Taraba? If you care for Taraba, you should be ensuring, with whatever position you hold, the roads that lead to Taraba, the major roads that connect Taraba, that's the Numan Jalingo Road, the Rokari Jalingo Road, should be a priority. Something must be done. Something should be done. That is my final statement on today's Politics on Some TV, where we don't just build conversations, but we're calling for accountability, for action, and a bridge to responsibility. My name is Abraham Minor Judah. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming too.
Thank you very much.
That is today's, this is where we wrap up today's Politics on Some TV for this edition. So join us next time, same station, same time for today's Politics. Don't go anywhere. Other programs continue on Some TV. Have a wonderful day.
Are you stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast?